Namaskar and welcome to baatpachisi. On baatpachisi, we have been talking to various experts and from India and from abroad who have a special knowledge and the observation point of view because of their situation and because of their expertise and understanding. So, to talk about what happened in the backdrop of and the events of Operation Sindoor, we have with us a very distinguished guest, Dr. Ram RamKumar from Seattle, USA. And so we just go to him and mm, start the discussion. Welcome to Baatpachisi, sir. Well,
Thank you, Madhav Singh ji. Give me just 1 second. I just bring my
yes,
mic up. Just 2
please,
seconds.
please, please, sir, please.
Yes, sir. I'm back.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, Operation Sindoor. So, how you have been looking at it sitting there in USA and all the media and, the background. In India, we have a perspective which is, basically it is Pakistani made perspective, which is being amplified by so many people in India for whatever reasons. They are nonsensical, political, brinkmanship. So, what are our views, sir? So, how do you take a look at the Operation Sindoor in a militaristic point of view, geopolitical strategy point of view, and whatever else elements you think are important? Yes, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Firstly, let me say that
Hmm.
my knowledge of what happened with Operation Sindoor, especially what was not reported in the media or has officially been announced, is practically zero. Because and yours, what is the introduction you gave me just been a couple of minutes ago? You're obviously, because you're in India, number one, and you are an engineer yourself, and you have people, friends who work in various sectors, including defense production and all that, and in the armed forces also. Your knowledge will be much more, is much more than what I can claim to have, and mine is mostly um, from what is reported officially, and especially what is reported here in the US media. So, that being said, my understanding is that this was definitely a first of its kind. Nobody but Modi would have even tried this. But then the fact that he felt confident enough to undertake this operation is also a tribute to all the things that you mentioned, all the the capabilities we have been building up. Uh, Probably most of us in the since Modi came, and perhaps some of the basic stuff was there before, but he has definitely put them on steroids. So, including things like the 165 mm or 160, whatever you said, the guns, and all those things, so many things. Uh, and the fact that this thing about, yes, the Rafale, like, how many Rafales were lost, as one or two or four, which is a completely inane discussion. Yes, it is something of interest to us as we definitely would not like our aircraft to be shot down. But then if you're having an operation, if it's not a war, it's an operation. If it is actually armed confrontation, you are going to lose some. But then in the media here, and including among my friends and all that, yes, that seems to be it seems to take on much more important than it should. How many aircraft did we lose? Losing sight of the fact, like you said, we undertook a successful operation. By all accounts, we achieved what we set out to do. The exact amount of the damage and all that, of course, we can never say. But we know from everything we saw, including what happened with the ceasefire, and how they urgently wanted a ceasefire after our aircraft, I think, attacked the airfields and the reportedly nuclear storage sites. So, uh, everybody from And if you ask me about the Indian community, yes, everybody is very, very happy and, in fact, proud of the fact that India did this and did this successfully. And also, as he said, most importantly, that India took the initiative and did something which in the past they say, no, 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 it's too dangerous, we shouldn't try it because, as you said, they have nukes, which is what Pakistan said this time also. This time they were dealing with Modi, who didn't care, and eventually he showed that this bluff will not work anymore. I don't know how much of their production or stockpile, whatever you want to call it, or even their capacity has been destroyed. It looks like a substantial part of it has been compromised or damaged. At least it will take some time. Uh, and the ultimate proof is that they asked for a ceasefire. They of course will deny it, and the President Trump will say stupid stuff like got the ceasefire done. He didn't. Pakistan asked for it. Yeah, he might have called Modi. He might have called what that guy's name, Field Marshal, whatever his name is. So he might have called, but that doesn't mean he was instrumental. He knows it, but he just likes to claim credit for everything. So it is definitely a matter of pride for all Indians that the S-400, yes, again that proved its mettle, and once again for the umpteenth time, it is now we realize that the Russian connection is the strongest for us. It is the most valuable thing for us, and uh, and I will say the American connection it practically is useless. Not only Trump, no, I think no American president in the past has really gone all out to support India. In fact, it is the opposite in most cases. So India has shown that even in the absence of active and outward Russian support, we are not only capable of conceptualizing such an operation, carrying it out, and withering all the criticism. And Modi, that's amazing. I think Modi is probably or at least one or two leaders in the world who says very little and shows in his actions. So that is my opinion, and that is the opinion of most Indians. Some of them say, of course, there are some people who say, no, there is no proof that we did this. With those, no proof we did that, and they will. And some of them say that it doesn't mean that they will not attack, launch a terrorist. Yes, it doesn't mean. As you said, they are crazy. They will. Desperate people will do anything, and they will. But in their hearts they know that there is a price to pay, and the price is becoming higher and higher each time, and this time from all accounts it looks like they paid a very heavy price. How high exactly, who knows? Yes, sir.
Right, sir, perfectly right. That's your summary is right. One more thing I would like to have your very very learned comment is that in India, the whole of the artistic community, whether from the cinema, the creative field, cinema, and particularly from theater, where I've been working for a long time,
Yeah.
and the writers and so-called
Yeah.
progressive writers and that writer and this writer, they have gone hammer and tong after this nomenclature, the naming of the Operation Sindoor, and that we are told is being done at the highest level by Prime Minister Modi himself. Otherwise, the army guys would have put it any Operation Thunder or Operation Strike or Operation Himalaya or Operation Sea or whatever. That's okay. But the befitting, I mean, the whole artistic community or the so-called creative people, they have just gone. So, what are your views, sir, about this?
um, Again, give me 1 second. My power is going down. My connect my power cord. Sorry for the interruption. Give
Yes,
me
sir, no
one.
problem, no problem. Please, sir.
Okay, let me see. Yes, sir, I'm back. That is,
Sir, welcome, sir. I
I'm
mean,
back.
the opposition,
That,
the acidic opposition of the so-called creative, faculties, or you can say partners on the areas of India like cinema, theater, writers, thinkers, painters, who will change the world for every, poor of the world, and but that hasn't happened anywhere in the world. And in spite of my little experience with East Germany, I can say with some level of surety that it can only lead to greater suppression and the debasement of poor. So why you think that they have gone against it? That is their primary. They said they became, some people become chemists, and then they said that the sindoor is this and this salt, and it will kill the people. But nobody, how many have been killed? Ladies have been killed for using vermilion and sindoor. So what are your views about it?
this is the height of stupidity. I don't think we should even be taken even seriously. That Sindoor will kill people because of the chemicals in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. I saw some JNU stars,
Hmm.
obviously anti-Modi. They are just anti-Modism. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Anti-Hinduism, anti-Modi. That's it.
Hmm.
They exact same thing. The Sindoor, it's it is actually misogynistic. It's a hatred of for women by naming a violent operation in Sindoor that is supposed to be bigoted against women. What kind of idiocy is this?
This
Every
is.
For thousands of years, Indian women, and I'm sure their mothers and their daughters and the wives are wearing sindoor. For the sake of writing, just
Hmm.
because you've been did 2 years in JNU reading crap, you write all these idiotic things that everything is a sign of this. It is a no, this is so stupid. This fellow lives in New Jersey, by the way. You may know his name. I don't want to say it. He considers himself a big free thinker star and all that. I saw him write all this, that the Sindoor is actually against women. It is actually, and also it is anti-secular because it is a Hindu thing. So what are you supposed to name it? Sindoor slash something else, cross slash whatever the Muslim cap, whatever, I forget the name. Well, what kind of idiocy is this? This is so stupid. But I for one, I'm really proud of what Modi did, and these idiots, they won't change. That is a problem with India. And also, one other thing you mentioned, Madhav Singh ji,
Hmm.
this was regarding the other conversation we had, if I may, uh,
Hmm.
about Mamdani.
Hmm.
Uh, why you That's a very good question. After 9/11, after what the horror of 9/11, how
Hmm.
can the New Yorkers vote for a Muslim who is identifies with the Hamas and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
one, huh? Sorry.
Yeah, that's strange. He's openly saying for international intifada, international.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, yes, he is. He is. Anyway, like I said, there are other reasons. They're not thinking about that. They're thinking of all the other things that I mentioned. But anyway, the same logic, the analogy can be given to, why the DMK, the Stalin government. I'm sure you read in the news that 2 days ago they just took a fellow, the poor fellow who was standing guard in temple, and some woman complained he stole her jewelry. Did you see that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is horrible. Just that is typical of police brutality in India. That's the way the police works. Now, what I meant what I wanted to say was, the DMK is been doing this routinely. Violence. If answer of everything is, they'll arrest you. Somebody in plain clothes will come and take you and beat you up in jail and throw you on the street. And this fellow died actually. Poor fellow. Anyway, why do they keep voting for the DMK? They still vote for the DMK time after time after time. Why? Because they gave them 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees. They give them free liquor. They give them this and that. So the fools vote for him. So the problem is with, in my book, it's democracy. One man, one vote democracy is the source of many of the evils we have. That is really my opinion, including in the US of late. Democracy does not always bring the best to power. It brings the people who can get most votes, and every passing day, people are becoming more and more indiscriminate and crude in catering to whatever people want to hear. We'll say it, come to power, and then we'll do opposite. It's happening everywhere, not just in India or America, everywhere. Anyway, so anyway, getting back to Sindoor, it is so stupid. But on the one hand, this kind of criticism that you mentioned of the Sindoor, red color, blah blah blah, that's so stupid. Number one. And number two, the serious view is, yeah, everybody is an Indian community. They're generally happy that it was done. Of course, they may argue about having um, uh, like I said, terrorism. They'll again do that. That doesn't matter. That we cannot stop anything just because women are being raped or people are being killed. We don't say, okay, we won't do anything from now on. We'll just go. No, we have to do it anyway. And in the American media itself, sorry to say that nobody cares about Operation Sindoor. It was in the news for 1 or 2 days, and then Trump came and said, "I stopped." He said about 100 times, "I
Yeah.
brokered peace." So that is the only thing that's in the news. It's not about the substantive thing, which has always been the case. American media does not care about India. In my
Yeah, yeah,
book,
sure.
yeah, and I think that is again it's racist. They do care about things happening in Europe, but if it happens in South America or India or China, for that matter, China they care because the only thing that matters in power. If we are as powerful, the day we become as powerful as China, when we truly become a superpower, which China is, then
Hmm.
maybe they will pay more attention. That's my opinion, sir.
Right, sir. Very nicely put. And one more thing. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
see, because you have been living in USA for a long time,
Yes, sir.
since maybe 80s, early 80s or mid 80s or
Mid
later,
80s,
mid
86.
80s. So 86, that's around 40 years, four
40 years.
decades,
40 years in one more year. Next year it will be 40.
40. So, sir, what is your view that how, I mean, generally within Indians, the American media and all things, that's a different thing. They have their all consumption driven, programming that who will see what. So they may not talk much about India and all that. But how the Indian community you talk to generally interact with are assessing Modi as compared to the older times when the terrorists used to come 26/11 Bombay, and related to this thing is especially the guys like Nasiruddin Shah. They have gone totally political. I mean, that is the on verge of insanity. He said, nobody can stop me going to Pakistan. You go there. But can you deny that the Pakistan establishment, which matters, which governs the country and their army, they have been attacking India again and again, and they have been, for the first time, given a befitting reply. So, I mean, this is the same thing, and what are your views? Because these are the people know about, and they are going hammer and tong. If you can go to, the YouTube or Facebook, you will see Nasuddin himself is posting. I shared his post, he deleted his post.
But this is recent.
This is recent, 2 days ago.
I see. That guy.
I mean, maybe I was not responsible. So many people have objected, so he deleted it. Then he said, no, 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 I didn't delete it. I mean what I said.
Saying that I will go to Pakistan.
We'll go to Pakistan. There is a picture, Sardar 3, which is a Punjabi star, singing star is there, Daljit Dosanjh. So there
Okay.
is opposition to that why this, they say this the decision was in the past. So in the past, how many parts? It can't be 50 years in the past. It is only few months. And you know how the Pakistanis have been targeting India. You know, I mean, all Balakot was there before Pulwama.
Yeah.
So what is the need to hire a Pakistani actors for a film which is funded by Indians, but definitely funded by people based in Canada? You know, so you have that Khalistani angles as well. So he's supporting him. That and
Uh,
no, and you know there is a long history of Pakistani artists, it being invited and working in Indian films, and what are your views about it? Do you people even care for this?
my views are pretty much, I'm sure, the same as you. I say,
Mm,
go to Pakistan. Why the hell are you staying here? Get the hell out. We don't need you. You, whether it's
mm,
you or the other, some other stars, the film stars also said the thing that I wanted, and even that fool Kamala Hassan said, "I'm going to leave in." Get the
mm,
hell out. If you don't like India, get out. We don't want you. And but these fools will stay in India, and that is the same applies to also the JNU fellows who is saying India has become, has earned such a bad name. So then get out of India. If you
mm,
hate it so much, get out. And especially if you think Pakistan, if you say I want to go to Pakistan, who is stopping you? That is all. That's all I had to say. These fools keep on saying that. The attitude of unfortunately Uddhav Thackeray has become a fool himself, an idiot and
yeah,
traitor.
yeah,
His father, he did it. He said, "No, Pakistan will not play in Bombay. I will not allow them. I will dig up the
ah,
wicket." So that
ah,
is the way it should be done.
mm,
If you that and India should not entertain Pakistani players, Pakistani stars. None of that. You can't shoot our win and also kill our soldiers and our civilians, and then come and play cricket and act and dance and sing in movies. Uh, that, yeah, Modi, if you ask me, Modi has been too tolerant for all the, there's some JNU fellows, you may know them.
mm,
They keep on writing long articles. Even yesterday, I think, Prakash Nanda, right? He's one of the JNU, you might have,
mm,
he writes something, he posts quite a few, he posts often. I don't now stop most more or less, but he does. He's saying that these JNU fellows keep on been writing for now nearly 12, 13 years that Modi is a dictator, he's a fascist. And they've been calling him names, for 14 years and writing nonsense, and they're still doing it. So what happened to them? There's, this fellow who wrote a big article 2 3 days ago, big write up
mm.
in Facebook saying that emergency, they're talking about emergency and all that, but we have been having undeclared emergency for 14 years. So for 14 years, you have been heaping all kinds of insults on for Modi, you and everybody else. Nothing has happened to you. What do you mean emergency? What emergency is this? If this is emergency, great. Every we should have it forever. So you can abuse everybody and still keep writing you're a fascist, you're intolerant. So this is nonsense. I mean, actually, it's become quite old, Mother Singh ji. This is bullshit. Like, I don't even take it seriously, especially about the Sindoor thing. That was so childish, stupid. That shows you can't. You're just so immature anyway. So that's my opinion.
No, no, that's you are right. I must share this thing that so many of my well-known friends who have known them for a long time, worked in the theater and cinema, they did it, and I said that was what the hell you are doing. They said that this is our perspective, and we have a right to our perspective. So that is.
Yeah, yeah, I have, I have that perspective. And but anyway, let me ask you one question. It's not related to Sindoor, but
Mhm.
you know, one of the reasons I don't post on Facebook, more or less, I have stopped it. For the past 2 3 months, I have not hardly posted anything, even, nothing actually, I think. But anyway, uh, sometimes I just like someone's comment. That's all. But one of the reasons, that's not the only reason, but one of the reasons was that on the one hand, I'm unapologetically pro Modi. So
Mhm.
half of JNU or more, even more, 70% of JNU, my old friends, I don't interact with them. So the
Yeah.
other The other 30% or 40% are Modi supporters. Okay, like like Nanda Prakash Nanda or Rajiv Lochan or Vijay Anand. Now, but unfortunately, 95% of them are also Trump supporters, and
Trump
I
support.
yeah.
I understand.
So now, both of them don't like me now. So I said,
So
what is the point?
you are in the middle of both.
Yeah.
You have been bearing attack from both the side, right?
Yeah, no, but I never posted on the anti-Modi fellows because there's no point, except one or two maybe. But now
Yeah.
after it, I realized that now nobody wants to react to my word because I usually am against Trump also. But anyway,
Hmm.
my question is for you is
Hmm.
Trump was what he promised. I never liked Trump. I mean, so it's not a secret. I'll be
Right.
honest about it.
I,
But most of these people, or my erstwhile friends, active friends anyway, were very, very virulently supportive of Trump. Okay, that's fine. Now, my question for you is, in your opinion, after the election, considering what has happened in the last 3 4 months, perspectives here and there may be different. Are they all as enthusiastic about Trump as they were before the election? For on one particular reason, also, I think everyone believed, including I, also believed that Trump was, and among other things, he was anti-illegal immigrant. Everybody was supporting. I like that also, but he, more importantly for Indians, that he was supposed to be Modi's dear friend and India's dear friend. Now, I think both of these things do not seem apparent now. It is not 10, 20% of what it appeared to be. I don't know if you agree. In so many things, he is not supportive of India. In not just in the why he has not said anything in support of India. He hasn't many things. He has distanced himself from Modi and India also. He has not said anything
right.
against India or Modi. I don't know if you share that opinion, but he is not the great friend and supporter of India that we all, or at least everybody who supported him, thought. He doesn't seem to be so. What is your opinion?
I mean, that's to the start with the understanding was that he wants to shake up the manufacturing world only, and which is due to historical and legacy reason is advantageous to China. But at the same time, the manufacturing within USA will be costly, definitely relatively costly. So the consumers will have to pay. Like he said, ordered. He had no right to order Apple to stop manufacturing, but they are not listening to him because they don't have to listen to him because they have their corporate policy and they are manufacturing in India far more, Apple phone than they used to do before. But definitely shaking too many things at the same time is not a right strategy. But Trump is Trump, and he has shaken so many things, and where the world will end up. Uh, he said that he will stop the war, the Russia-Ukraine war. That has not happened, and instead of that, the situation has so developed that he has gone to bomb the Iranian nuclear establishment. So I mean, there are so many things. So it's a complex word, and all the intricacies and the contradictions are coming out, I think.
Okay, you are being very diplomatic. I think that's okay. No, no, I agree with you. See, as far as he promises stuff which he cannot deliver. He talks big. As far as Russia is concerned, yeah, he might have thought that Putin will listen to him, but Putin
Mm,
is not. Putin was not a fool. He will do what he thinks is right for his own country.
mm.
So you cannot really blame Trump, but then you can blame him for saying, "I will stop it in a day." Now he realizes that he shouldn't have. Probably he does. Maybe he even doesn't. But Yeah, Iran bombing and all, that's a different thing. That's too complicated. But then I agree with you. He's the things that, bringing back production to manufacturing to Americans. All that's good in theory. Like I said, like Mamdani also. In theory, you might say all these are good. People want free bus and free taxis and the free house, free car, everything. But it's not possible. That's what our communism failed. So, like that, Trump bringing back onshoring manufacturing is not
Mm,
easy. And yeah, Apple is a very good example. Apple basically said no.
mm.
And then he said, don't do it in India. I don't think he said it because he hates India. He said it because, no, I don't want it anywhere. Come to America. Whether
Yeah,
India
yeah,
or
that's right.
that's right. And Apple said no, but then he didn't leave it at that. He said, in that case, you cannot sell foreign made phones in the US. He said that. I don't know what is going to happen in real practice. Or he will say, if it is made in India, you make it, there will be 200% duty on it. I don't know what is the actual position now, because still the tariffs and all that. Anyway, so he is doing a lot more than he's taking too many things at the same time. I agree with you. Some of the things are good, and some of the things are not so good, but still, you cannot do 100 things and change everything within 3 months or 6 months, which is something he's trying to do. But what my question anyway, I just this one question I had was whether Indians vis-a-vis India, just about India, not about what he wants to do for America. That is fine. It was good for America. Maybe he thinks it's good for America, whether you agree or not. He's going to try and do it. But as far as India is concerned, especially our friends in India, or JNU friends, or any Modi supporter, he thought he would it be India's. They thought, I got the feeling that one of the reasons he's great is because he would be India's dear friend in everything, in defense or everything else. That has not apparently come true. I don't think it has come true at all, as a matter of fact. Um, so, based on that, our perceptions of Trump as the greatest benefactor of India, has that changed, in your opinion, from your just gut feeling?
Yeah, that has definitely changed the kind of euphoria, the media built us up, and definitely some of the Modi supporters they built up, and that's definitely a political environment. When the realities have come out, definitely there is a more realistic view that number one, America or India or Pakistan maybe, they will always look for whatever is best for them, rightly or wrongly. But in India, even in Operation Sindoor, there is everybody is talking about the India has lost support. So by India, when India had support, and why should any other country would support you when you are trying to be act like a baby, you are trying to be undefensible, and then definitely we'll say, oh, there's a good boy, we are with you. But when you are aggressive, when you're showing your metal, definitely they are shocked. At least Operation Sindhu have shocked so many things about the Indian engineering and manufacturing capabilities, as well as the political resolutions, that at least if there were no political decision making at the top of this Operation Sindoor, its nomenclature itself would have not happened. So I mean to say, a lot has gone back into whatever 13, 14 days, where everybody uh, everybody was trying to mock the situation, do something. You have no guts to do anything, and all that. But when definitely everything serious action needs a proper planning, stock taking, so that happened. So definitely about Trump, there is a change of perspective in the realistic level, on the political name calling in India, which is severe on social media as well as on the mass media, and that is a different thing.
Okay, yeah, I
If
also.
the if the if the Trump has behaved in certain way, how India or Modi or anybody else can be responsible? I mean, but people are making those kind of absurd and nonsensical noises, and their objective is only one: somehow downplay Modi, and so that they have some electoral benefits coming into the Bihar election.
When is that?
It's happening, I mean, it is surely. I am not aware of the maybe later in this year only or the early year, because I mean they are gearing up for that election.
Okay, Tamil Nadu is April 2026. Maybe the same time. I don't know.
Same maybe same time,
Okay, right. So,
approximately.
thank you, sir. It's a good
Thank you
call.
very much. Thanks for your time and your sharing your views. And definitely after a few days, we'll discuss what's happening in Tamil Nadu as well. So in the run up to the coming elections, how the permutations and combination are changing, if at all they are, and how taking this fellow uh, uh, uh,
Which one?
to Delhi,
Huh?
Annamalai.
Oh, Annamalai, that one, I am really, really disappointed and sad that Annamalai has been removed. He was the only one making a difference, who was taking the fight to the DMK. I don't know what is the internal politics and why he was removed. That I'm really sad.
I have a simple, I mean, this is my a crystal gauging, which will be totally absurd. The kind of experience he has in law and order,
Yeah.
and I mean, experience nobody else has. And
Okay.
I'm not privy to anything. I am just, loud thinking.
Okay.
What if he goes to Rajya Sabha and made a minister, and why not home minister? Then what happens? The
No, I was.
whole, I mean,
Yeah.
any minister, that will be much more useful, because whatever he could achieve going from 2% to 11% in the last election, and they say, I mean, there is some people are knowledgeable who are talking in certain groups. They say that he will be more effective in the center, but they take these Modi and company, they take a terribly long time to take a decision, and so that this is speculation is for there for 1 year.
Correct, exactly. I expected that to happen within a month or two of his being relieved of Tamil Nadu. It's been almost a year. So that is really sad. But also, even with removing from Tamil Nadu, I am disappointed because I don't think when taking it from 2 to 3 to 11% what it was, that was a Herculean task. And he was in the news every day. It was Annamalai versus the DMK. Now it is not the BJP versus the DMK now. Now it has become the DMK versus everybody else. The focus has gone away from the BJP. Whether he could have become a chief minister, different issue, but he was definitely building it up. But right now, it is high time they gave him ministry. As you said, home minister will be excellent. Or any at least minister of state for home, something like that. Anyway.
That's definitely is something to be seen, that what will happen. There is so much in a flux right now. So once again, thank you very much, Ram RamKumar to sharing your perspective. And after some time, looking forward to discuss with you the situation, the political mapping of South India, and particularly Tamil Nadu. So thank you very much. Thank
Looking
you so much.
forward to it, sir. Thank you.
Looking forward, sir. Thank you very much. So we were talking with a very knowledgeable friend based in USA about the Operation Sindoor and the Trump and the other activities, political activities, as far as going to the Ukraine and the effects, why Trump is doing that, his perspective or perspective about the Trump has changed for whatever euphoria we had, and uh, before he became the president of United States, and made his mark. So thank you very much. We hope that you love this discussion, and request you to subscribe to channel baatpachisi and share the link with your friends and relatives. One more request is their humble request is that most of the people, when they subscribe to the channel, the default setting is private. So kindly make that position public. Thank you very much. We'll be back again to discuss certain very, very important and interesting topics.